Welcome back to Satisfactory. Okay, we're out by one of our little Quickwire nodes. I'm surprised that there's only one. It's very rare for there to only one node. But there's literally only one. And here it is. So let's see what our max 600 max. I'm thinking we'll probably delete a lot of this stuff and start over. It's just not roomy enough. I guess we need to try to delete more than one thing at a time here. We're going to be here all day just deleting stuff. I want to get into the construction of Quickwire stuff, because that's basically going to be our... when we start getting into the high-tech, mostly the computer stuff. So it's finally time to get into that. Of course, we really haven't put in our copper foundation quite yet, but we'll get to that momentarily. Oh, jeez. I totally filled my inventory. Which is fine, because we are going to ship ingots, and we're going to ship Quickwire separately. 48,000 Quickwire in storage over there. I think we need to move that, not delete it. Okay. Now, let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. We've got 600 per minute in our total inputs. I think half of this should go to making ingots, and the other half should go to making Quickwire. So we'll just start that process right away. You know, I could just put this in the middle. It'll look a little better. I don't think I have a refinery option. One way to be sure. Yeah, we've got one that uses petroleum coke, but not one that uses water. So this, it takes in 45 per minute. Alright. That's really not that many. On 600? 13.33 machines, so 14 machines. What I'll do is I'll set it up where each side can use all of it. So if there's ever a situation, then it can get fully used. I said 14. That's really not that many. If I put you right... It's like, do we really want to go with the manifold design? I know the answer is kind of no, but we're going to do it anyway. If I back this off just a little bit, I could get slightly better distribution. All right, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 6. So 1, 2, 3 more. Then each one of these we'll put a splitter in. Right in the middle, right? Well, it was half right, half wrong. Try that again, but let's put it in the middle if we can help it. Total mistake. There we go. This way, the manifold downside is distributed a little better, in that the first 3 machines get half, and then they get an equal amount of that, as opposed to the first machine getting half. Much better, and much better quicker. So that's 9. That looks about right. Technically, if we upgrade, and when I say if, I mean when we upgrade this to Mark III, we'll also have the ability to have a little extra capacity. How we're gonna power these? The first one, or should we make it? I guess we should make one of these totally use. If I really wanted to, I could come back with upgraded poles. All right, well, that was easy enough. And then I think if we merge this down, kind of nice and close. And then we'll just connect all of this. Of course, now I'm thinking about something else. How many machines are we talking about? 14. Maybe this isn't the right place to do the split. 3, 6, 9. So we have 18 machines here. So we've got more than enough to process all of this. Maybe it makes more sense just to run everything through this and then split half of it at that point. I do want to ship ingots and use them as part of an inline production scheme. How many are we looking at here? Is it getting smaller? Yeah, it's getting way smaller on the belt. So that's not even a concern. We'll just merge both of these back together. And then I think it would give ourselves a nice waterfall drone port. Oh, I put all my stuff in the storage container. Where is this? Somewhere around here there's a crate. Where is it? It seems like I should be looking right at it. Where is this crate? Oh, this is gonna bother me. Seems like it's right here. It really can't be. Oh, am I gonna have to let this dismantled crate go? Wait. Do I see it? No. I might have to let it go for once. I'm gonna destroy the whole thing before I find it. Is it underground? Yes. Why they chose to put it there, I'll never know. But it doesn't matter. We figured it out. We got it. It's out of the way. It won't pollute our map anymore. Okay, that's looking about right. Oh yeah, we were over here to get the stuff that would actually allow us to build. Because we need our stuff. And I think I'll just put one down. It doesn't even have to be particularly... Because I got my old drone blueprint over here. Which is a little bigger than I thought it was going to be. Maybe we give ourselves a little more room. So the thing about Quickwire is that it's bulky, but the caterium ingots don't stack very well, but they stack at the exact same ratio. So one Quickwire stack takes up the same space as one caterium ingot stack. We're not going to give gas on this side. It's going to be an ingot. I wish I could copy that. Caterium ingot. And then the ingots input in the center. It might be just simple enough just to run an input. Put a little conveyor hole wall. Wait, what? There we go. And then maybe some simple steps. And we'll wall this guy off. All nice and happy. And inside the old drone port, we still have our 4 batteries. Nice little area where you could put in some leisure or work area. Turn this into a nice bedroom. This is a bonus room if I've ever seen one. But at the point is that the caterium is loading. Now, if I look at... So now all of this oh no. We've got a full inventory. We gotta not have a full inventory while we're building, or we will get the easiest way to get deconstruction crates lying around. So this is 600 per minute. This is, well, it doesn't matter what that is. 600 divided by 45 is 13.33 machines. Times 15. So that's 200 caterium. Yeah, 1/3, 45, 15. So 200 caterium ingots per minute. And then it's just a matter of figuring out what the production ratios are. If we need to use all of that. It's 12. So 200 divided by 12. 16.665. And that makes 60,000. So that's the problem. We would never get all of that. Unless we broke that up into two. Of course, then we would need another drone post, or another drone port. And we're gonna have to do a little bit of work to get that done. But that's still probably the right way to go. So we only need 12 of these? Quickwire is always a problem. So half of the caterium comes out of here and goes into there. Of course, if this one gets full, then all of it will go into there. And if this one gets full, then all of it will go into here. I just find it hard to believe that I only need 12 of these. Allow me a second to be absolutely sure. Yeah, so this purifies down 1/3. So this is 600, that becomes 200. That 200 goes in here at the rate of 12. 200 divided by 12, 16 and a half. So I could just make 18 of those. Let's put in another splitter. I think just constructors kind of crammed right next to each other is the way to go here. So, you know what? If I set this to Quickwire now, and then copy that, I can get it done a little simpler. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Yeah, we both know that that's not where I want that. Why did I make that so close? Are these all Quickwire now? And then we'll just do the same on this side. Then every third one, we'll put this in place. Straight splitter. Let's get this line built. Whoop. Nice. Now I suppose we need a little power. I could pull power from here. And connecting the power. Pretty straightforward. Probably should connect that one a little closer. Well, here's hoping I left myself enough room to put some drone ports right here. Because that's kind of what I want. I want to have the drone ports right at the end of this. When building, always build the longest link. Makes zooping so much easier. Now we need some stators, some heavy modular frames, and some radios. I'm pretty sure we've got the radios. We can make these radios. Heavy modular frames. Those are kind of big. I wouldn't want to... Oops, sorry about that. I wouldn't want to make those. Oh, I ended the build of the radios one click too soon. Let me get that done before we move on. You know what, though? We might have stators in the same place where we have... Let's check that before we build a bunch of stators. Some percentage of that stuff might be done already. Just turns out we needed one more drone port. And actually, that's kind of nice because it's going to offer us one extra line of Quickwire. But you can see how it's easier to ship the caterium ingots than it is to ship the Quickwire. Okay. Sadly, we already have this set up, so we know we don't have any modular or heavy modular frames lying around. I was thinking I might have some stators over here. Yes, I see them on the belt. Five per minute, and we need 20 of them. Oh, we actually have a lot of steel pipe on us. Looks like the encased industrial beams are actually the deal breaker. Five for one, we need 14, which means we need 70? Oh, we actually have enough of everything. Jump over here and grab some of these encased beams. We know we've got a ton of them lying around in our encased beam factory. That admittedly still needs some work. It needs a facade. Kind of a hard landing there. Somehow I don't think I need a full boost to get back to where we were. If nothing else, this will give us a good chunk of future heavy modular frames. All right. Net result, we have everything we need to finish our build. We'll merge these down. Alright, got that put in. Oh, yeah, I should have put this right in the center. Now it's going to have a little... It's going to have a little wiggle. I guess, technically, I don't have to have that, because I could just put in my own conveyor hole wherever I want. Where does this go exactly? Let's take a few of these off. Of course, it really doesn't matter because they're all going to end up still a little crunched. On this one, we're going to have to merge it super close and then wiggle it in, I guess. Oh, the direction of this is not going to make this easy. We'll just do the curve. I think we probably need to slap an organizational lift in here. Oh, it's gonna poke out a little bit. But where? If we don't see it in here, I don't think I care. Oh, just enough to care. Where's my... Yeah. Exactly. But that still doesn't answer the question. We could put it back here. We need a little bit of a place to put down a depot. Logistics. We'll just do that. We'll put a splitter on. Kind of hard to tell from here. And then we'll merge these together. Pretty straightforward. I think that's pretty close to done. Do a slight cleanup on the inventory. Make sure it's clear that we're exporting Quickwire here. The only downside to this design is we didn't put any industrial storage containers. I mean, gotta put in some industrial storage containers. And then I might be able to snake this one around to the point of making it a little bit more official. So there you go. So what we'll say is, you know, if we ever get in a situation, and there's certain ones that this makes more sense. Let me think about it for a second. The circuit board, is that one of them? Or is it the high speed? I think it's the high speed. The high speed connector. Yeah, it takes 210 quick wire per minute. So there's two things you could do there. You could if the belts are only 600, then you can only really put 3 machines on that belt. But if you add another belt that has caterium on it, and then makes Quickwire inline, that gives you an extra 60. That drops this down to 150, which means it almost doubles the amount that you can have on a single belt. It's still not a ton is the problem. And then you only get 3.5. And here you need twice that basically. So we'll see. Either way, all of this is getting made. The only difference is this only has the internal storage plus half of this as its backup supply. Then half of it goes here if it's available. And each of these have their own industrial storage containers for extended buffering on this. So we'll be able to export both, is the point. We can export caterium ingots, and we can export... Oh, yeah, let's do names. We gotta do some names. No fuel. I think the factory is responsible for the fuel. We'll probably have a different one of these at some point. And we are done. Obviously, we'll have to come back and make this a platform of reality. But for right now, I think I'm going to have to say thanks for hanging out. We've got all the quick wire we need for a couple of factories. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.